Ralph Lifshitz was born in 1939, the youngest son of immigrant parents from Belarus. Life in the Bronx was far from glamorous, but Ralph had a dream that transcended his surroundings. Ralph Lifshitz came into the world on October 14, 1939 in a modest Bronx neighborhood. His parents, Frida and Frank Lifshitz, had immigrated from Belarus in search of a better life, bringing with them little more than hope and determination. The family settled into a working-class Jewish community where life was defined by struggle and resilience. Ralph's father worked as a house painter, a physically demanding job that paid modestly, while his mother tended to the family. From a young age, Ralph's imagination stretched far beyond the crowded streets of the Bronx. He was fascinated by the elegance and sophistication he saw in old Hollywood movies, idolizing stars like Cary Grant and Fred Astaire. For Ralph, these icons represented a world of class, style, and success, everything his humble upbringing lacked. As a teenager, he would spend hours flipping through magazines, dreaming of a life that felt worlds away from his own. But Ralph's early life was not without its challenges. The Lifshitz family faced anti-Semitism and social prejudice, and Ralph himself was often teased for his unusual last name. Determined to escape the stigma, he made the bold decision to change it to Lauren in his late teens. While this move may have seemed trivial at the time, it was an early sign of his strategic thinking and relentless drive to control how the world perceived him. At school, Ralph was more interested in his personal style than academics. He attended DeWitt Clinton High School, where he became known for his unique sense of fashion. While other boys wore standard attire, Ralph would save up to buy suits, ties, and accessories that mimicked the sophistication of his Hollywood idols. He wasn't just dressing up, he was crafting an identity, one that would later become the foundation of his empire. But as Ralph sketched designs in his childhood bedroom, no one could have predicted that this shy boy would one day redefine the American dream. Ralph Lauren's journey into fashion wasn't a straight line. After graduating high school, he briefly attended college but dropped out to join the army. When he returned, he took a job as a tie salesman at Brooks Brothers. While working there, Ralph noticed something unusual about the market. The ties were dull, narrow, and uninspired. He believed men were ready for something bold, a tie that made a statement. In 1967, with no formal design training but a deep belief in his vision, Ralph decided to take a risk. He borrowed $50,000 from a backer and started designing wide, colorful ties under the name Polo, a nod to the sport that symbolized wealth and sophistication. At the time, wider ties were a radical departure from the skinny styles that dominated the market. Ralph's designs were vibrant, featuring patterns and colors that exuded personality and confidence. Ralph approached Bloomingdale's with his collection, but the prestigious department store had one condition: they wanted to carry his ties under their own label. Ralph refused. He was adamant that the Polo name, his name, remain on the product. It was a bold gamble, but it paid off. Bloomingdale's eventually relented and Ralph's ties became a hit. This victory wasn't just about fashion. It was about Ralph's unwavering commitment to his brand and his vision. As Polo ties gained traction, Ralph began expanding his ambitions. He didn't just want to sell ties, he wanted to sell a lifestyle. Drawing from his childhood dreams of Hollywood glamour and aristocratic elegance, he envisioned a brand that would embody the American dream. Ralph Lauren wasn't just creating clothing, he was curating an image, a feeling, a story. By 1969, Ralph Lauren's Polo line was featured in its own boutique within Bloomingdale's, the first time a designer had been given such an opportunity at the store. This milestone marked the beginning of Ralph's ascent in the fashion world and set the tone for his relentless pursuit of perfection. This bold move set the stage for Ralph's unrelenting pursuit of control and perfection, traits that would define his empire, but come at a cost. In the 1970s, Ralph Lauren wasn't just designing clothes, he was creating a lifestyle. Ralph Lauren's vision went beyond designing individual pieces of clothing. He wanted to create a complete world, one that exuded sophistication, heritage, and timeless elegance. In 1972, he introduced the now iconic polo shirt. Inspired by the aristocratic leisure wear he had admired in movies and magazines, the polo shirt was designed to symbolize luxury and class. Its logo, a polo player on horseback, was a direct nod to the sport of kings, further cementing its association with wealth and exclusivity. The polo shirt was an instant success. It wasn't just clothing, it was a statement. For middle-class consumers, owning a Ralph Lauren polo shirt meant buying into a lifestyle they aspired to, a world of summer homes, yacht clubs, and Ivy League campuses. Ralph masterfully marketed this image through visually stunning advertising campaigns. These ads didn't just showcase clothes, they told stories of family picnics on sprawling estates, romantic getaways in the countryside, and the charm of a bygone era. The imagery evoked nostalgia and aspiration, creating an emotional connection with the audience. But Ralph's ambition didn't stop there. He expanded his brand into other areas, including home goods, fragrances, and accessories. Each product line was designed to fit seamlessly into the Ralph Lauren lifestyle. The brand wasn't just about dressing a person, it was about dressing their entire life. From the sheets on their bed to the cologne they wore, Ralph Lauren offered a complete vision of luxury. Behind the polished facade, Ralph was known for his cutthroat business tactics. He aggressively acquired competitors' assets and protected his brand's image with an iron fist. Partnerships were severed if they didn't align with his vision, and lawsuits were filed to defend the Polo trademark against any perceived infringement. These actions earned him a reputation as a ruthless businessman, but they also solidified the strength of the Ralph Lauren empire. But as the empire grew, so did the stakes, and Ralph's relentless drive would soon test his ability to stay on top. Ralph Lauren's ascent to the top of the fashion world was not without challenges. By the 1980s, the brand had grown far beyond ties and polo shirts, expanding into categories like home goods, fragrances, and high-end suits. But this rapid expansion came at a cost. Overextending the brand created financial strain, and cracks began to show in the foundation of his empire. The 1987 stock market crash hit luxury brands hard, and Ralph Lauren was no exception. Sales dropped, and the brand struggled to maintain its position in a market that was growing increasingly competitive. Critics began questioning whether the brand had diluted its identity by expanding too quickly into too many categories, yet Ralph refused to scale back his ambitions. Instead of retreating, Ralph doubled down on his vision. He introduced the Purple label in 1994, a high-end line that re-established Polo's presence in the luxury space. This move was a clear signal. Ralph Lauren was not just a brand for the masses, it was also for the elite. At the same time, he began to focus on experiential retail. His flagship stores, designed to feel like lavish homes, became destinations where customers could fully immerse themselves in the Ralph Lauren lifestyle. In 1997, Ralph Lauren took his company public, raising over $767 million in one of the most significant fashion IPOs of the decade. This infusion of capital allowed him to stabilize the brand and expand globally, cementing Polo's place as a household name. By going public, Ralph relinquished some control over the company, but he remained its driving force, ensuring that every decision aligned with his vision. Behind the scenes, Ralph maintained a relentless grip on the brand's identity. He aggressively defended trademarks, often taking legal action against small businesses or competitors who he believed infringed on the Polo name or logo. These actions earned him a reputation as a ruthless businessman, but they also protected the integrity of the empire he had built. With his empire now a global powerhouse, Ralph Lauren faced a new challenge. Could he maintain control and relevance in an ever-changing fashion world? Ralph Lauren's influence on fashion and culture is immeasurable. By the 1990s, he had solidified his brand's place as a symbol of American luxury, but he wasn't just content with commercial success. He wanted to leave a lasting legacy. Ralph Lauren received the CFDA Lifetime Achievement Award in 1991, a recognition of his transformative impact on the fashion industry. Unlike many designers who focus solely on trends, Ralph had redefined what it meant to wear American style. His brand became synonymous with aspiration, blending the ruggedness of the American West with the refinement of New England sophistication. Throughout the 2000s, Ralph continued to expand globally, bringing the Polo brand to over 100 countries. He launched flagship stores in cities like Paris, London, and Tokyo, turning them into cultural landmarks. These stores weren't just places to shop, they were immersive experiences complete with architecture and decor that told the story of the Ralph Lauren lifestyle. By 2015, his empire was valued at over $7 billion, a testament to his relentless vision. Beyond the runway, Ralph Lauren's designs became a staple in pop culture. He dressed U.S. Olympic teams, outfitted Hollywood stars, and even styled political figures. His designs appeared in iconic moments, from the costumes in The Great Gatsby to the wardrobes of countless celebrities on red carpets. This cultural ubiquity cemented Ralph Lauren as a household name, one that resonated across generations. Ralph's success also enabled him to give back. He founded the Ralph Lauren Center for Cancer Care and Prevention, reflecting his commitment to social responsibility. His philanthropic efforts extended to education, the arts, and environmental causes, showcasing a side of him that balanced his business acumen with a desire to make a difference. Ralph Lauren's story is one of ambition, innovation, and perseverance. While his brand evokes warmth and nostalgia, his path to success reveals a man unafraid to make hard decisions. His ability to transform dreams into reality is both inspiring and a reminder of the sacrifices behind greatness. Ralph Lauren's journey reminds us that building a dream often comes with sacrifices. But whether you see him as a visionary or a ruthless tycoon, one thing is certain: his name will forever be stitched into the fabric of American culture. What do you think of Ralph Lauren's journey from rags to riches? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories of the world's wealthiest visionaries.